Which console should you get in 2024, the Xbox Series X or the Xbox Series S? Yes guys, in today's video, I will determine that in my personal opinion on which Xbox is more worth it to get in 2024 based off the facts and my personal experience and opinion. So guys, if any of you are new here, if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe and turn that notification bell on so you never ever miss out on any great content like this at all. Because remember guys, every single Tuesday and every single Friday a new video drops on the channel, so you want to make sure that notification bell is on so you never ever miss out on any great content like this at all. And yes guys, today's video I'm going to be breaking down the similarities and the differences between the Xbox consoles, basically between the Xbox Series X and the S. And then also in the last part of the video I will have my decision at the end of the video. If you want to just skip straight to that, you're more than welcome to, but yeah, just keep in mind guys, this is just my personal opinion and experience on where you're going to get better value for your money. That's where a lot of my kind of decision making has been made, but also off of the, you know, the facts of what the console provides as well, so keep that in mind too guys. But let's get straight into it guys. Let's get straight into all the similarities based off of the next generation consoles of the Xbox Series X and the S. Now guys, getting straight into the similarities between the Xbox Series X and the S, we're going to start off with all the specs that are the same. So all the specs that are the same between both consoles are that the Xbox Series X and the S both provide a 120 FPS frame rate to the cleanest kind of like high standard, which means like they both run at 120 FPS really cleanly, which is good. They both offer quick resume and faster loading times on both consoles, and they're very similar in terms of speeds of loading times, and sometimes even the Series S can be quite faster, which is a difference, but it's still the same because, you know, they still offer faster loading times. They both offer ray tracing. They both offer a Dolby Vision and a Dolby Atmos hearing, so they're going to offer that kind of high sound quality for your video games, which is really cool. So they're very similar there as well. And yeah, they're similar in terms of you're still going to have access to the same systems. You're still going to have access to over thousands of games through the Xbox Game Pass. So you can both, you know, still get the Game Pass on both next generation consoles, and that's not a problem at all. You can get all of that, download games digitally on your consoles, on both your consoles as well, which is really similar and cool about these consoles as well. So in terms of things, guys, these consoles are really similar to each other, and obviously there still are differences in between the consoles, obviously. But yes, I had to swallow there, but they're very similar, and a lot of you may be thinking, well, yes they are, but you know, one offers more power and one doesn't, and I'll be getting into that very soon. But at the moment the similarities are they're very similar, which is what I'm trying to say. They're very similar in terms of what they're going to provide, and most of the specs are going to be the same and similar to, like, you know, each other. And you know, a lot of you may be still stuck on which one to go, which I'll be breaking down right now in the differences, which I'm going to explain to you right now. Now guys, breaking down the differences about the Xbox Series X and the S. The Xbox Series X has to offer, it can run up to 8K very cleanly. It has a 12 teraflops power, which basically means that processing power is like 3 times more than the Series S, because the Series S processing power is only at 4 teraflops. It's going to offer way more features like true 4K gaming while being at 120 FPS, which you can't get on the Xbox Series S, which I'll be explaining very soon. It offers way more cleanly of ray tracing features, so that's something you're not going to really get on the Xbox Series S. You're going to have a disk drive and access to, you know, have your entertainment disc, like, you know, movie discs like Cars or something. I don't know, that's the first movie that come to mind. You can put it in, you can watch your movies at 4K on that console, and it will run 4K at a very high rate, so it's going to be very clean. It can run HDR, which is really good, so if you've got an Xbox Series X, it's going to be able to run HDR ray tracing and 120 FPS at 4K at the highest rate, which is what you're going to get if you get the Xbox Series S. And its price point is around $800, so $799 at most shops in Australia. If you convert that to whatever currency that's in your country, just convert that into your currency right now. But those are the differences and in the console, or in the Xbox Series S to the S. Now I'm going to explain what the S has to offer. So the S has to offer, it can run up to 144p, which is true. It's the highest rate you can actually go up to. You can run 4K, but you can't run both, so it won't be able to run at, you know, kind of like high standard of 4K while having a higher resolution, which is unfortunate about the Xbox Series S, unfortunately. And obviously you're going to have less processing power, but don't let that little console put it down like your list at all. Don't let that, you know, phase you off of buying it, because it's still really powerful for a next generation console. It may be smaller, but it can top the Xbox Series S or the X at some point, which I'll explain later. It also can't, it doesn't have a disk drive. That's right, it doesn't have a disk drive, which is the obvious difference about it. So you're going to have to download all your games digitally. So that's going to be maybe a problem for some of you if you already have an Xbox One and you're looking to, be able to still play all your old Xbox One games on your Series X, which is fine. That may be the selling point for you for the Xbox Series X. But if you're new to the kind of gaming era, the Xbox Series S will probably be the way to go if you, want to get an Xbox console and have all your games digitally, because discs can be a problem. If you can lose them, you can scratch them up and they don't work, and then you spent a lot of money on games. That's another problem there. But I'm kind of listing the problems at the moment as well to kind of differentiate them as well. So it will make more sense when I make my decision and explain it in more detail. But those are the major differences about the consoles, guys. Overall, they're both really good consoles, but let's get into the decision making process on which console I would pick and why. Now, guys, the console I would pick would be the Xbox Series S. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Liam, didn't you own an Xbox One? And I swear you owned an Xbox One back in the day. Yes, I did. And I actually bought one of these consoles around 2021. And because the reason why I bought it was because there was no Xbox Series X's, and I wanted the next generation a lot faster. And obviously nowadays, it's so much easier to get an Xbox Series S. And if you got a bunch of Xbox One games and 360 games that you want to play on your Xbox Series X, then I would say go ahead and get the Xbox Series X. Because if you've got a bunch of games, you've been an Xbox gamer for a long time, and you still want to play those old games on your discs, well, I'd highly suggest just get the Xbox Series X so you can still play all them. Because I somewhat regret it, but don't at the same time. Because to me personally, spending $499, I only spent $350 because it was on sale. It was more worth it to be able to get the next generation kind of specs for a cheaper price. So that was my selling point there as well. It was a lot cheaper. I could get the 120 FPS no problem, and I could still, have faster loading times than the Xbox Series X, because it can actually outrun the Xbox Series X in terms of loading times. I've seen many videos, I've compared it myself, and it actually is faster than the Xbox Series X, and that's where the selling point is for me as well. It's just a lot cheaper. You're going to be saving money, and even now you can get a terabyte storage. So some of you probably got the Xbox Series X or want the X for the 1 terabyte storage. Now the S has a 1 terabyte storage for $50 more, so for $549 you can get the Carbon Black edition with a terabyte storage. So it's not really an argument point anymore. So I would highly suggest getting the Xbox Series S, and I'd get the terabyte one so you've got that extra storage so you can download heaps more games and have the Game Pass and have all your games digitally. Because having them digitally, you don't have any problems in terms of having to find the disc or having the disc not working. That is another selling point for me. I love my discs, and I know I'm recommending a lot of people to get the Xbox Series X if they've been Xbox gamers for a long time, so they can play their old games, because I do miss some of those disc games. But overall, I haven't really looked back in a long time since then about disc games, because I've just had everything digitally, and I've honestly preferred it digitally as well. So yeah, you can make the conversion. That's why I'm a person who comes from discs just to digital games and losing all those disc games, and then getting the Game Pass, I just had a better experience in terms of being able to click the game I want to play without having to go get the disc and put it into the machine like the Xbox console at all. And I don't have that problem anymore. I can just not have to worry about discs. And for me personally, you do have to buy all your games again, and I did, and that sucked. And I didn't really like wanting to spend the money, but now I look back on it, I found it 10 times more worth it. But if you're not prepared to spend the money, then get the Series X. If you just, even though it's more money, it's $799. Obviously, some of you may be thinking, I don't want to spend that $200, but I don't want to spend less money and not be able to play all those disc games I bought. Well, you can make the conversion, you can do it. It sucks in the moment. And it sucks when you can't use your discs, and I can completely relate to that. But I haven't looked back since of digital games. I personally like buying my games digitally now over buying the disc. So I reckon the Xbox Series X, not the X, the S. The Xbox Series S is 100% more worth it than the X in terms of power, because you're getting the same power. Not really the same teraflop processing power, but you're still getting all the next generation specs on that console. And you don't really need true 4K or 8K, so you can get 8K on the Xbox Series S, but you don't really need 8K to have a good gaming experience. Getting the 120 FPS and just getting that buffer from the Xbox One, getting twice the better frame rate, twice the better specs, I feel like is more, worth it to upgrade. That's the reason why I upgraded. But it's more worth it just to get the cheaper option where you can get all those kind of specs to be able to play the next generation games and to be able to have a good gaming experience. So price for me was a big factor in going with the next generation console. And in terms of just the power that you get, you're kind of getting similar power. So those are the two selling points. And obviously I did have discs, and if you do have discs and you still want to play discs and you're a hardcore disc gamer, then get the Series X. Don't listen to what I'm saying. But if you want to get the best kind of console for you in 2024 and you're just getting new to Xbox and or you've got discs in you but you don't really care and you don't have many discs, well, get the Xbox Series S that I'm saying, because it's going to be more worth it and it will be better in the long run. It's more portable as well because I've taken it to other places. It's really easy to slot into a bag as well. Another point as well of why it's better in my personal opinion. But yeah guys, just get the Xbox Series S. It's 10 times better. You're still going to be paying less to get the same specs as the Xbox Series X. You're not going to get the same processing power, but don't worry about that. It will compete at some points in terms of loading time, which is good, and it will absolutely give you a great game experience. But guys, that will pretty much wrap up today's different Xbox Series X. Well, I'm just f***ing up the outro. I've just waffled on a bit. If you stayed around for until now, guys, let me know down in the comment section below if you liked me waffling on, or just let me know down in the comment section below which console you would choose and your personal opinion on your personal situation. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys. But guys, if you enjoyed today's which Xbox you should get in 2024, like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so you never ever miss any great content like this at all. Because guys, I'm gonna be alternating between comparison videos and versus each other's videos between top 5 videos on Tuesdays. So keep that in mind and keep on the lookout for those comparison videos. So make sure you stay tuned for them, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next video.